everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be March favorites. I didn't think I was going to film this, but then I thought, you know what? I'm going to give you guys a monthly favorites because, let's face it, I try not to miss my monthly favorites because, you know, I just try not to. Sometimes I'll miss my weekly favorites if they're repetitive products, but March was a pretty nice month when it came to products. So I'm going to just dive right in. These have been my I want to say my top favorites of the month that I constantly went back to over and over again. And, you know, I went back to them for good reason because I was really enjoying them. I don't have a huge ton of stuff. I only have a few product categories, which is kind of nice. So this is not, I'm going to try not to make it a long video. So first off, I'm going to start off with my nail polish. March was the month I started to get out of my fall colors and into my spring shades. So what's on my nails today is the OPI Infinite Shine 2 Lacquer, and this is in the shade From Here to Eternity. So that's what the bottle looks like. They have the silver top handle, and I have been just cracking open my bright shades. So this is one of them that I have been rocking. I'm going to show you a handful more of the polishes I've been rocking, and if you guys want to see nail swatches of these colors, head over to my Instagram, listed below, and you will find all of my nail swatches of these colors over the last, I would say, month and a bit. But I have been using these just over about a month or so. So this one was called, the one I'm wearing now is called From Here to Eternity. So that's what that color is. Then I also was wearing, at some point in the month, I was wearing Girl Without Limits. This is more of a pink that matches my lipstick and my shirt, my tank top, more of like a hot blue-based pink. Then I was also wearing, from the same line, because of the silver top, it's called Running with the Infinite Crowd. This is more of a deep pink, deep hot pink, kind of got a purpley undertone to it, I guess you could say. Love these dark, deeper pinks. And then, that was from the Infinite Shine. What else I've been wearing in the month of March when it came to nail polishes are some other OPI colors from their regular formula. These are from the new, what's it called? New Orleans Spring Collection. So this one I also rocked. What it's called, Got Myself Into a Jambalaya. So for the New Orleans collection, if you guys are interested in these colors and you see a color you like, definitely go check them out at your local salon that carries OPI, your local beauty supply that carries OPI. They should have them there. The next one I was wearing was called Susie Nails New Orleans. This is more of a baby pink. Beautiful, beautiful color. The next one, this one was my favorite out of the New Orleans collection. It's called She's a Bad Muffaletta. I wore this like more than 6 times in the month of March. And keep in mind, I change my nail polish color every 2 to 3 days. So it's possible for me to go through these many colors in a month because I change my nail polish color very often. So She's a Bad Muffaletta is my favorite shade out of the entire New Orleans collection. And the final New Orleans collection color I was wearing is called Crawfishing for a Compliment. This is more of like a light pale orange, another cute color for the summertime. And then my final one that I was wearing also in the month of March that I really did enjoy as well is from the Hello Kitty collection. This is like a really hot pink. This is called Spoken from the Heart. If you guys can still find the Hello Kitty collection by OPI, definitely check it out. This one is a great, gorgeous summertime color. So these are the shades, you guys, that I have been wearing all month long. Like, I can't describe to you how freaking, like, you might think this is ridiculous because of all these colors, but I'm telling you the honest to God truth. I've been wearing all these shades in the month of March because I started wearing my brighter shades in March, and I can't help it. I was getting into a funk with my nail polish color. I wore a lot of nudes in the winter months only because my my nails were cracking a lot in the winter time due to the drastic weather changes here in Canada from the El Nino we had this year. So I was constantly wearing nudes in winter, and I was getting so dull that I really wanted some bright colors to help me just cheer up a bit. So I have been rocking those colors all month long of March. I will be continuing to swatch new and, you know, old colors that I have in my collection that are bright for spring and summer in April. So check out my next April favorites to see how many colors I've been wearing. But like I said, if you guys really want to see my nail swatches of, you know, newer colors or even regular old favorite colors, definitely check out my Instagram listed below. I have my nail swatches there for you guys. Okay, so with that said, I have been really loving my MAC Studio Fix powder. As you can tell, I've hit pan, like serious pan. I've been using this powder all month long. I've been gravitating toward it to set my foundation. Um, I've been loving it because it keeps me matte and controls my oil, especially because I'm using my MAC Mineralized Moisture Foundation to try to use it up. I need to counteract the over moisture that foundation gives me, and this has been really, really helping with that. So I'm actually really glad I'm making serious progress on this, because you do get a lot of product in the MAC Studio Fix powders. You know, for the price you pay, it's worth it. I will forever repurchase MAC Studio Fix powders because they are really good. I really do enjoy them. Okay, so my palette of the month, you guys should not be surprised when I tell you this, because if you watched my favorites in the month of March, you'll definitely know I'm going to give you guys this as my favorite palette of the month. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea eyeshadow palette. This puppy is definitely being used. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this shade right here, I think what is it called? Cove? Like, look at that. Cove is being used, girls. Used up. Used and abused. Like, I cannot get enough of this shade to put into my crease, to neutralize my crease. All these shades are beautiful. I've tried all of them in the month of March. I've done every type of look you can think of with these shades. You get different tones with these shades. You can use one shade all over the lid, and your look looks complete with some eyeliner and mascara. I just love this because it's so simple to use. You don't need 5 or 6 different eyeshadows to create a look with this palette. You need basically 2, maybe 3, if that. You need your crease color here to kind of neutralize it out, your highlighting shade here, and then an all over lid shade, which is like any one of these 6 over here. So I have been just loving this because it's so simple. It's so easy to use. You know, it's quick and easy to use in the mornings, especially if you're on a time limit and you need to get out the door. I really love this. You know, it's a limited edition product. If you guys can still get your hands on it, I would definitely suggest that you do. For those of you guys who don't like the muss and the fuss to do a lot of like you know, really complicated eye looks, this is definitely something you guys can invest in and do a simple eye look with this, and you would be absolutely totally put together. I've used this so many times in March. A lot of people have complimented me on my eyeshadow, you know, oh, your look is so pretty, it's so simple, but yet, you know, classy, and, you know, and I keep telling them it's this guy right here. So this has been a definite favorite for me. And I'm gonna now head into skincare. Now, I know I've been asked to do some skincare videos, and by all means, I'm going to get to that eventually. I like to do my skincare videos with no makeup on at all, so that you guys can see the quality of my skin and how well I take care of it. But for now, in my month of March, what I have been absolutely loving with my skincare routine right now is 3 products by the same brand. And I will show you. My daytime moisturizer, I have used this moisturizer, God, for the last maybe 4 or 5 months. I've gone through one 2 point something ounce jar. I've gone through another 1.7 ounce jar. And now I'm halfway done this 1 ounce tube. And it's the Origins Ginseng. Yeah, Origins Ginseng Energy Boosting Moisturizer. This stuff is thebomb.com. You can use this in the morning and at night if you wish. I prefer to use this in the morning underneath my makeup because it's not greasy. It sinks into the skin very quickly. It doesn't leave a greasy residue, so you can add your primer and your foundation on top and you'll be totally fine. It smells like citrus, so it's got that citrusy scent where it'll wake you up in the morning when you're trying to get ready. It usually comes in a jar. I have a backup of this in a I want to say it's a 2.7 or 2.4 ounce jar. I have a backup of this in the very big jar, and I love it. I cannot live without it. Of course, I have other products. Oh, I have hair in my mouth. I have other products that I obviously need to try, like other moisturizers that I have in my lineup to try. But this one by far takes the cake for me. I absolutely love it in the morning. It just works well with my skin. It doesn't leave your skin feeling heavy, and that's what I like about it. It's a lightweight moisturizer, perfect for during the day. So this has been my top daytime moisturizer of March. Absolutely love it. You know, I will always forever repurchase, and anybody that asks me to recommend them a daytime moisturizer and they're willing to spend a little bit of money, this is definitely awesome. It's not too expensive. It's not like drugstore cheap. I would say it's kind of like in the middle range between high-end and drugstore. And I don't mind spending that middle range because if it does the job, you can't go wrong. So now that was my daytime moisturizer. Now my nighttime routine is a little bit different, which I'm sure all of your nighttime routines are a little bit different compared to your morning routine. My nighttime routine, I have two different products from the same Origins brand that I use. And the first one is the Origins Plantscription Youth Renewal Face Oil. So this is like a little deluxe size sample. As you guys can see, I am like literally down at my last quarter bit of this bottle. This is a 5.5 fluid ounce size. I have been using this for just about 2 months now. What I love about it is that you only need 2 drops of this to apply to your face. You don't need any more than that, because if you do more than that, it'll get really oily on you. So after I cleanse my face and I tone my face, I apply 2 drops of this to my face at nighttime. If it's really, really extra cold outside, like we're talking minus 25 degrees, minus 10, anything minus 10 and lower, I will put maybe 3 to 4 drops on my face, just because my skin will get extra dry as the temperature drops even colder. But on a regular night, like regular summer, spring night, 2 drops of this is more than enough. It's a basic face oil for your skin to keep hydrated. So I pat this into my skin, and then I go in with my Origins High Potency Vitamins Mineral Rich Renewal Cream. And this is a thicker formula. It is a thicker cream for nighttime. So at nighttime, you always want a little bit heavier nighttime cream for your face, so that your face has the extra hydration as you're sleeping and your skin is repairing itself. You have that extra hydration from your night cream to help keep your skin supple and moist and plump and, you know, looking youthful. So this one is great. I find that on its own, without the oil, it's not greasy at all. It definitely hydrates. It's very more thicker consistency, so it definitely hydrates really nicely all on its own. If you do want that extra hydration to lock in, you can add your oil. I am very, very particular. I need a face oil at night, regardless of the time of year. I am very particular on my skincare. I have to have a certain skincare routine. That's how I keep my skin looking clear most of the time. Unfortunately, I'm a woman, so I do get hormonal breakouts every, once a month. I can't help that. That's just Mother Nature. But on a broader spectrum, my skin is pretty clear because I keep to a really strict skincare routine. And this is just a little section of it. So if you guys are really interested in a really good, supple, deep hydration, nighttime routine skincare products, these two are definitely ones to consider, and they're definitely on the more affordable side of price tag compared to the really extremely high-end price tags where you guys are like, I don't want to spend $100. No, you don't have to spend $100 on one product. This little guy here, I think a full size of it is, I think, between $30 to $40. This guy, I think, is almost the same range. You'd have to double check. And of course, the Origins Daytime Moisturizer, I think, is in between the $30 to $40 range, give or take a couple dollars. So if you guys are interested, go check these out. I recommend this line. They are owned by Estee Lauder, so they are a very nice, decent brand. They also work without parabens in their products, which is great. And their scents are they're really enjoyable. This smells like straight up oranges. This one smells like citrus, but less of the oranges side. And this doesn't really have much of a scent at all, if any. Let me see. This has a little bit of an earthy tone scent, but it's not very noticeable. Like, you wouldn't really notice it too much because it's very subtle. But yeah, these have been my March favorites for sure. Okay. So that goes with, my makeup for the month. I really didn't, I'm looking behind the camera is my vanity where I do my makeup, and I'm looking at the products sitting there, and to be totally honest with you, I haven't really changed much of my foundation routine because I'm really trying hard to work through my MAC Mineralized Moisture Foundation. I'm trying to beat the time and get that finished before the hot weather comes, because once the hot weather comes, I can't really wear a really intense hydrating foundation, and I'd like to get it out of my collection just because it's not my favorite. I don't really enjoy it much, and I don't want to waste it because I'd like to MAC the empty bottle. So I'm trying to work through that foundation. I'm at my last quarter bit of foundation left in there, so I've been working through that in March. I'm going to continue that in April. I'm hoping by the end of April I will have that finished. Cross fingers. So that hasn't really changed much. My other makeup routine hasn't really changed much. I have been keeping it simple on days that I'm going to work because, let's face it, nobody has time to do an extravagant eye look when they're trying to get ready for an office job. You know, my hair care routine is still the same. My primer is still the same. I'm still using my L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur, which I do love. I think I showed you guys my Miracle Blur in one favorites video. I don't use it every day just because I find that when I mix it with my moisture foundation, it kind of gets a little bit too oily, just because the moisture foundation alone is really hydrating. But yeah, so nothing much else has really changed in my routine. I will be coming back to you guys with a spring tag in the future, hopefully next week, so keep a lookout for that. And my final favorite of the month, because it was Easter, and let's face it, who doesn't love mini eggs? I have been addicted to these in the month of March. It's a bad obsession because, you know, chocolate in certain ways is just, you know, it's a girl thing, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so I've had an obsession with mini eggs, and I think it's because, you know, Easter rolled around, I got some chocolate for Easter, and I ended up starting to eat these. So addicting. But the good thing is they're mini eggs, so you don't have to eat the whole package if you really control yourself, which I got skills, because I do control myself to a certain point, and I don't eat the whole package in one shot. But that was it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all you guys watching and supporting me. Give this video a thumbs up if you've seen any products in here that you're really interested in purchasing, and if you have any questions about them, leave them down below. I can't wait to talk to you guys in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone. Mwah.